You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Get the masses involved, stuff them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, hey, voices come. Hi, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we are building news. Give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, them focus, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we want. Like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we take around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved, stuff them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey, voices come. Hi yeah, hey. Credibility, now we are building news. Give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we want. Like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. fearless, inclusive journalism. Oh, oh, oh. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Oh, oh. We dey look for the news we dey around. Log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the map.
All right, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We were bring the program come to you this Thursday morning. Me and Khadija Bangura.
And me and Mabel Kaba, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show. Today is Thursday, the 20th day of February 2025, and inside this edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show today, we take a look at the energy sector. Also, we go hear from the Ministry of Energy as to waiting and don't they do so far for ensure say them provide especially electricity to the people of Sierra Leone. As plenty complaint be done they come this BNTM again from the public regarding the shortage of electricity, especially in the capital city. What are the problems then with EDSA and how then they work for solving issues then, and that's what we discuss inside this edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show.
All right, remember say yourself for the watch me, go get the opportunity for send me your message, add your voice to the discussion who they can get this morning. As you all know, currently Freetown they get challenge with electricity. Well, people them we press them the inputs at the sector. For lead, go can give we updates this morning. Waiting are some of the reason them we make Freetown they experience power shortage. And also, no say yourself can send with your message, your comments at the comment section. We go read all of the messages them later on inside the program. The program where they watch now the breakfast show live na Liberty TV.
All right, so they continue with the breakfast show, but quickly before we can look at the issue of energy and other issues and what don't they happen, let me just quickly look at sports. Usawan sports journalist when Pa Alice say don't say Tambagbetua we na the chairman for the Moyamba District Football Association being carry SLFA go courts because he said them be do thing and we go against football. Well, Pa Ali Sise been talk this way they talk about the ordinary Congress election where SLFA announces BNTMC then go get after where the chairman for the Moyamba District Football Association, Tangba Betua, been withdrawn in court case where it been put against the Sierra Leone Football Association. Let me just watch that this interview where Mohamed Kamara been do with Paralisise.
Hello, viewers. Of course, with me at the studio, I deal with Paralisise when I renowned, sport journalist. We don't comment on local sports. Of course, for you don't follow local sports, you know this man, and they don't comment on local sports. Most especially critical issues them we get for do it. The football administration, SLFA, we na the body that one be responsible for the runnings of football. Most of the issues that make happen within the football sector, this man can always come around for ensure say analyze and at the same time give clarity to people and when they watch as to within don't they go on within the football na the country. And recently we see the Sierra Leone Football Association they issue out a release where they announced new dates, for the ordinary congress we scheduled for Saturday, April 5th this year. And this may happen. We see a gentleman, we not Sambag Betua, we not the chairman for Moyamba District Football Association after we be filed an appeal against the football secretariat we not the Sierra Leone Football Association SLFA with regards to certain things then we may not be feel satisfied with we according to them make a decide for going to court. But after the court we don't sit into that issue then we later will say the Congress will go on and now they don't get a new date. Well, waiting surround this particular decision and as Paralina, a sports journalist, make a decide for talk to Anthony Folegiri and you take generally with regards to the issue we be going to court and also the new dates we don't come for the ordinary Congress for the Sierra Leone Football Association.
Sierra Leone Football Association, first of all, is a company limited by guarantee, which members are the who shareholders are the members when are the football clubs, the Premier League clubs, the district FAs, the regional FA, and also Division 1, 3 representation from each, and also the coaches and the veteran and referees. These are all members, 57 of them, and they make up the SLFA. Where the members they are the shareholders, and the board of directors are the executive committee members. That is to say, the SLFA is a committee by guarantee, which can be sued and be sued to court. Is because it gets under the Act of the Company Act. We guarantee them for say yes. Is a company, they sue anybody in a court and back they can sue them in a court. So because of that, one of its members, when the Moyamba District Football Association, headed by the chairman, decide for go on a court for a regress and ask for a better interpretation with the SLFA. Be supposed for get them Congress last year, November 30th, and we then say the flat Article 26(2) of the SLA statute. In the whole of Article 26, 1, 2, 3 to 4, they talk about Congress, extraordinary Congress, and the annual Congress. For example, Article 26(1), they talk say because SLFA is limited by guarantee, they need for the annual Congress quarterly every year. So they can choose for use them inside the second quarter, where from January to March, now one first quarter, April, May, June, and the second quarter. So they not pass inside that second quarter where now June for say they forget the extraordinary Congress or the annual Congress, sorry. So because of that, then we supposed to get this Congress where they say they want to go look at the statute where they go review. And this statute here, this 2019, it's almost 5 years where they get the new statute in 2019. So they do some amendment, but they cannot do it as an executive member because they are just a board of directors. They get in Congress, when are the highest body, when are they for go take come to. So they decide to get this as well Congress, which will happen in November. But then flat 1 or 2 things where they be failed for communicate the venue. Because the article tell you say venue time must be communicated within 45 days. So they left out the venue, they just communicate the time and the dates. So because of that, Mbabetu, I thought it fits, we cannot go to a Congress, we will review your statute, then from there we will begin flat with your statute. So instead of go to a court, at the end the court look at they say yes, there is a case to answer, they say the case for proceed. That's why they put an injunction to that November 30th Congress. So why is then we don't pass a ruling for say the case for going, that be stopped as if you never get this 30th Congress of November last year. So what if FIFA do, FIFA right, and talk to the executive committee? You can go there as board of directors, resolve this issue with your members, because Moyamba District Association and one of the members, all the districts, all the 16 districts and members, the 5 regions, Western area, Northwest, Northeast, South and East, they are also members. There's some up to 57 of the other members there. So anybody for them can sue them in a court. So because of that, FIFA say no, we cannot go with this because FIFA is against court action. And if we exhaust all avenue within the association, but we not get the ethics committee, we not get the bodies and way they voted the issue and they will not dissolve the ethics committee will be headed by those Taylor. So because of that, they say we are the absence of the judiciary bodies, we are the ethics committee, let's go to the court of competent jurisdiction.
Partly now that new dates don't come, now at the public domain, April 5, we can't forget the ordinary Congress. And of course, a lot of people don't they yearn for a new dates. And finally, we don't get a date now. And we don't see the momentum out there to football stakeholders then and supporters as well. One for know how this get for tally. But generally, as somebody who don't monitor and follow the game closely, what did I take with regards to this new date and what you'd expect out of this?
I think it's a win-win situation. It's a win and take, give and take. Because the minister be call them, the executive director Safadulai, they meet, they discuss, everybody to ingredients. Let's forget, even the legal team be there for the Mr. Betua, we represent this Football Association. So they agreed, say, okay, because of this, don't forget. So not to say, well, I use my power, I use FIFA, I use my political connection. I know this is about the good of the game. So they all agreed, then pull the case in court. So this new date they show you say one. They go for review the SLFA statutes. We don't review them, they take and go to Congress because this Congress are their own parliament. The highest body, the only power we Congress not get on football and for changing man to woman. But every power for impeach president of the FA, the football Congress get that power there. So they are taking it to the Congress. You don't review the statute, you don't get a constitutional review committee, you don't review them, take them out to the Congress, let them go adopt them before a working document. If they fail for taking to the Congress, it will not be legal, it will not be legal binding tools for work with. So when they go to Congress pass and they adopt them, then it will become a working tool. Immediately,
this concern on day from the public looking at the momentum, for both sides, the candidates them we don't then at the pipeline now for aspire for the position of the presidency for one football at the country. How you go assess the two leading candidates then, Thomas Daddy Brian Marwin at the incumbent and also Babadi Kamara we that the manager for Go Rangers. We said they vie for the position.
Yes, although Babadi not officially declared, but intent, show intention say he want go. So Daddy Brian, yes, does show himself one was an incumbent for his second term. It can be very difficult for going to election with an incumbent. It don't mean say will lose. It will be very difficult. Same way so Babadi Kamara contesting against Daddy Bema is a huge challenge or tax for Daddy Bema. Looking at somebody who don't build stadium, don't raise a club from a relegation to a club now when an envy club now they contest, don't win title 3 times. Also don't be a philanthropist to clubs them. You understand it? So contest with that particular individually is a tough target for the incumbent. As I say, also for fighting an incumbent is a tough target. So within these two, it's going to be a tight race. Anybody can win. A left for the 57 delegate for go make the decision and do the choice. Whether they think say one football for continue in the way I did, then they will say they want change. It changes, but it depends on the change when they say everybody go and count. If I change way better than this, they also has to decide. So looking at the two individuals, they are two perfect gentlemen. Now people like we don't say don't contribute to them game that are very kind to the football. Come on from nowhere. Within 5 years, able to set a peace within the football family. Babadi Kamara not doing immune in terms of football as I measure those things about the Bo Ranger, the MV club right now, the ongoing Premier League winning 3 times, still a contest. Right now they are in 4th position, 16 points away from man get 21. So 5 point difference with the first man. This coming weekend they are going to play with the first man of the league. If they win, they'll cut down the point to 2. So looking at this, but they are still going to be a title contenders as they be. Although they start gradually, slowly, and by then all these in ideas put together. So it's going to be a tough election. We hope that the better candidate wins and the decision will be made by the 57 delegates. They will think wisely and vote for one of them things. Say yes, this person can change football, or it depends on how they see the football.
Viewers, of course, they also will end on for today. We will look at the ordinary Congress. We don't get a date. We get for the April 5 this year. Outside football stakeholders and go Sudom for ensure say then do the needful as they prepare now for go into the SLFA presidential race. We get for be a very tough one as the incumbent way now Thomas Daddy Brima don't declare say he want for going again for the second time. Whilst gentleman win Babadi Kamara win the manager for Go Rangers Football Club. We don't see move them, but come out it officially for declare say in 1-for-1 for that particular position day. But we will continue for the bring to more of the opinions there. Continue for the following. Me and Mohamed Kamara bring to you this discussion.
All right, we continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, or they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. In case you just tune in, don't forget for like and also share the program so that more people go be part of the conversation this morning. As today we'll carry from the leaders them at the energy sector, as then they can give updates, but waiting on the happen at the sector and how government don't they continue for all engagement with the car power ship and other things them we make presently Freetown they experience load shedding. Well, this and all plenty other issues them did the program for you this morning. But quickly, before we can look at the major story inside the program, let's go now the formal community usai people them where they produce local farm things them. Don't they raise concern say the seed and fertilizer where then they use for the farming work they are pass mark. We reporter David Yankesise been go work at this community and he gonna report.
Alright, good afternoon viewers and listeners. Today inside the Liberty Market series today, we cover kind of for my community, also a lot of people involved into agriculture. And of course, inside this edition of the market series, we can talk to people really into agriculture and tell we waiting at some of the constraint challenges where they get, more especially for grow the market them at this part of the country. And for sake of this, make Liberty Online Television can work for my community for talk to market women way they into agriculture because we all remember say His Excellency in the second term in office. It always say feed salon are one of the priority areas. We mean say a prioritize agriculture business in the country. Well, a lot of people way they into agriculture don't they raise concern. Say they get a lot of concern way that they go through. And for sake of this make we can work now the formal community, especially now the farming area, let them tell me waiting on some of the challenges and the constraint where they get for do them farm.
We come in at the 5 years, we started gardening.
Okay.
We can pay people them for work. But we see pay. Then they go to the money, then go the thing. So now I make now, like me said, now this self at the paddy, now dig at the paddy for myself. I don't dig, I put the grass, I burn, I scatter the cream, I go buy in the market, I scatter, I go buy sorghum again. After 2 weeks back, I add back my medicine. Say if fresh way reach for this, I'll wait and I'll go to.
Okay, in as much as you don't take me through the process then we involved for like you reach this peak we get for do it taking it to the market, yeah. But firstly, how one can sell this?
I buy dozen.
Okay, how much one can sell for dozen?
Because this behind the way first would say 250, but now no it's because we dip and dig first.
Like I say, for any way you're gonna market, where you go ask for NTR, since for one side they go take say 20,000 or 15,000 as the case may be, because nothing that we don't do, yeah. But firstly, being the fact say one person we don't do into agricultural business, because people can tell you say anything what they produce in the country very expensive, and if you go ask the markets, people them where they sell the market, they go tell you say, and the people them also go buy, yeah. But you not possibly into agriculture. You feel say the thing that we want to produce expensive in the country?
Yeah.
Okay. So why you feel say for expensive?
Because the harvest how they go get money.
Okay.
They sell and they will take care of the picking there. So it's expensive to me.
Okay. Like I say, agriculture now one way this government prioritize, and of course that may make a campaign manifesto to people say they have a feed salon. But there are a lot of times anyway people they complain, think they will produce in the country expensive. But being the fact that in agriculture, you know, possibly into agriculture, waiting now some of the cry and the pleading we want to do to government for like will help on our way into agriculture for like to fulfill that part of the campaign manifesto.
Like for me, we are solving more. Now we're going because the can now government and the that's number for money.
Okay.
But the solving more now yeah, how they go back right now. I go buy me and then they are 1,250,000.
For waiting for the bag?
Yeah, for the bag. It be me and my sister, so they share my money, they scatter no money.
So what you want the government to do?
Yeah, they help me.
For that to be solved down?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, one person way they into agriculture, and of course agriculture now one thing where this government prioritize. And of course, but in as much as they prioritize agriculture, there are a lot of concern them where people don't agree. They think they will plant at the country very expensive. But firstly, as person way into agriculture, tell me how the process look like.
The card you are the make. I don't know the buy. That's better. But you saw them. Every time they go by there. We sell the men back the for there. We go meet there in there. So other plants here so they don't grow down. So until they sell by time. But by the time if you carry them, you know we able pass there out and they can buy by dozen. So they out and they can buy that by dozen. So they then can buy 200, 250. So Panda's price then they so now they talk say until 150 or 200. I don't have any job. So say now they try pull that money. But they left back. He buy for scatter bag. Well, no get where they can supply. Na buy with the buy the kenkesi. For okra, all na buy with the bag.
So how much on buy this kenkesi there?
Kenkesi they buy some like this year so kenkesi down there 35. Right now I say okra seed. Me down the plant so 200. What I look on I go back for the cup. So now kenkesi down there bag 25, 30. So they buy there.
So you can buy like kenkesi there so it can make boku for you in the planter.
Sometimes 2 or 3 for the 1 cup outside the scatter. 2 and 3. So what they buy Sunday like me so yeah we scatter na 50 cup.
Okay. So this 50 cup scatter how much they give you?
I depend on
boku. Okay. So how much one can sell like for example after you don't plant the kenkeri, you don't go, you don't mature, you don't reach for the you don't do for like you carry in the market. The one that we can get back to you, how much they can buy for time? Now by time you sell or not by?
Now by dozen at the time.
So how much you can sell for one?
No, the one time now because this year price down there 10,000. Yeah, it's getting 5,000 for the time.
Okay. So but at all you can get profit because you can go buy the seed 200,000, but you can get profit.
Yeah, but we don't have profit, not for but hence you don't get small day. Okay.
Alright, viewers and listeners, that's now voices of people really into agriculture. And of course, we don't talk inside the interview, inside the call on the attention of government and all other stakeholders and we involved for ensure that they don't need food for let them provide chemical and for them, especially where they can do the entire work. And of course, we all remember say inside His Excellency in second term in office, it always say feed salon. And one of the campaign promises we make to the people of Salon. But there are a lot of times with people way people way don't complain say thing away with the police and the country, especially thing we plants that the country very expensive. Well on this basis make we can work on this part in the country for like we can talk to people way into agriculture and tell we waiting are some of the challenges, the constraint where they get for go and market them, especially for taking to the market. And I said this now Liberty Online Television, the home of all credible, factual and balanced news, and me will bring this report to you. Me na David and KCC.
Alright, welcome back. It's still a breakfast show on Liberty Online Television, and from one community to the other as we come out now for mile community inside David and KCC go talk to woman farmer them. Let we go now the Smilaton community na Duazak outside they don't raise concern for seka the drinking water facility them where they get challenge for get proper water for drink. Let we watch as David Yankee go work in a Smilaton community within Adwazak. Let we just watch as it become the challenge them of people in this community we get water challenge.
Alright, viewers and listeners, today we can work on the smaller town community for can talk to people with happen in this community for them tell we witness some of the concern and the challenge we don't face in this community.
They suffer for water because the councillor when me there when me carry the water for we councillor don't travel now. We still they suffer the pump when me make na this Smilaton community. Now 2 pump no now they use na the community. They water they do for we. They really suffer for the water na this community also.
Alright, like you say, water na one big challenge we on don't face na this community. But firstly, what are the call and the plea we do to government and other social organization for like them? At the end of this community?
Well, we plan to the government, make them sorry for we, for let them for more water. If in a tank they able first for we in the community, may tank then they will go help we. Although we get some water well, but still, we na the community for let we suffer so for the water because some people they move go down, some people they move car up, and really they strain for water now. Water more na we target to boku pass the water we get in this community.
For the stream for water in this community, we get water pump no pay every day. For below water for cook na problem. Water business is more na ya. So that will be paper government lay for water business. Pay water na. Like me so me picking a part go buy to see water for in. You can get man get this water for in the car. We dey really the stream for water business.
Also for them go by water side. So man no go able get water for say they catch over there they get all. So until passing go the rubber there. So people when they stay for the water, even self the road self. The water no bulk crowd for say the road self and they get free diesel out. People when they glad. So they're not able. So the water the money business are. So pass the begin tell people who they can or self if now even tell self now some man a grab all the money for Kandeh. So man no you don't sleep pass you go get. So I don't know.
So in as much as you don't raise what concern about the water we don't affect on this community, we will not get. So what in the thing that we want the government and other organization do for this community?
Well, the government if they help me by the water side, say they make for the road, no get problem with that side there. So anytime we go no say na help now, they don't help you for the water. No stay, no so water within our life. We push we get water business, they able survive, no problem, no really. So I know.
Well, actually with the stream for water more. Water no problem. Water with the wood. All the money. Whether they can left me go buy, maybe don't sleep safe for water. So if Papa government will help by the water side or the wood, no problem.
Alright, that's now the voices of people we tap now the smaller town community. Also, they don't raise one big challenge way. They say na water now one of the big challenge we don't affect them in this community, and of course they don't call the attention of government and other communities or organization them for like they ensure say they help the community forget water way them for use now this community. And remember I said this na Liberty Online Television, we are the home of all credible, factual and balanced news, and me will bring come this report to you. Me na the video and KCC.
All right, they continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, and from that story they go now Osai, the deputy project lead for Sarah Sport Paladin, Fatmata Batilo Gilo Lamin say the plastic waste project so then do now for ensure say they reduce the kind of pollution where plastic they cause in the country. He explained more to Mohamed Kamara inside this interview.
Good afternoon, viewers. Of course, I deal with a representative for the Sarah Sports Paladin. And Sarah Sports Paladin, now one sports association where they promote sports in discipline, particularly, wrestling, boxing, and the likes. And over the years, they done the stage so many big events them at this part of Freetown. And I deal with one of the representatives where we can take with you on the activity we organized recently. We get for do with plastic waste, how best then self cable for stepping for contain plastic waste, and at the same time create the awareness on how people for the treat the environment.
As we in advocacy group, we they use sport as a positive drive for bring environmental change now we community them. During this we drive, we don't get so many achievements them. One of which now the launch will be due from the 1st to the 5th October 2024. We get a successful launch. Key stakeholders them, community leaders, and the media be there in attendance. That particular thing that will be do get we a broad audience, and people then come be aware of plastic waste pollution and how sports they play part for reduce the country.
All right, in all of this way you do explain to we before we can talk about the achievement them. Firstly, I want to follow we look at which are the main reason we make Sarah Sports Paladin decide for take up this fight.
Sarah Sports Paladin decide for take up this fight because if you look salon, one of the things that we youth them more than they into now anything we concern sport, whether football, athletic event, and so now one of the way that we try for advocate for let people and be aware about plastic pollution and use sports for mitigator. So
okay, you talk about communities them on a target, yeah, for the benefit of that person will not be witness the event. How many communities are all together want to be targeting this campaign?
We be engaged 5 communities them. 1 Kuntolo community, we get Bremerlin community, Mid Enfield community, Jalo Taris community, then Locust communities them. We engage over 1,000 youth participants them in football and athletic events Yeah.
So how the community people and be receive the message when I give them with regards to how for treat the environment and how for able for contain the plastic waste?
Then be glady and they accept we, then welcome we well. And at the end of the event, if we do a distribution of reusable water bottles to the participants them and the local people then will be there in attendance as well. And again, we preach to them and then community leaders then begin small talks in between to then the people them as well.
All right, in all of these moving forward, waiting people for expect from Sierra Sports Paladin.
Well, moving forward, we get for bank on we milestone for CC this project be a successful one, and again we get a panel discussion will come up when we get for Duam between November 16th to the 30th. Then we get for stage a sports theme parade from Wokupa to Shell as well.
All right, viewers, as you don't get from one of the representatives them for the Sierra Sports Paladin, just to explain to we clearly on the campaign we then be embarked on recently, we get to do with the awareness we then decide for create across Freetown, we get to do with plastic pollution and how people for they treat the environment. Well, continue for the follow Liberty Online Television as we will come around for bring to you more of their voices there. Me and Mohamed Kamara bring to you this report.
You still watch the breakfast show on Liberty Online Television and continue for send you message to the number +23274200545 or drop them at the comment section and the different platform them where they watch with this morning. Remember, so we go for can look at the issue we get for do with energy. So in case you get any question for us regarding the energy sector, you for send them at the comment section and the different platform them also you they watch this morning. And don't forget, if you indicate anything we get for do with electricity, let we know the community and also you tap with the send a message day. Later in the program we go for can talk about energy. Let me just quickly go now the Texaco community at the eastern part of Freetown. Also the mama of 119-year-old Bobo don't complain say then killing picking for Sika 1,000 old lions. Well, this happened this BNT na Texaco, outside the video and case said go waka and na this sibling camp.
Friday, January 17 this year, one incident be happening at the Texaco community. Outside one Mohammed Mara been took and killed 119 years old Abdul Karim Bari for where and say it take Mohammed Mara and 1,000 old lions and run with him. But after way Abdul Karim Bari be return Mohammed Mara and money. Mohammed Mara been took at them with Nefna in chest. But Liberty Online Television be go work on this community for know exactly waiting be happen and talk to people who be the part of this incident. Make them tell you exactly waiting be happen between Abdul Karim Bari and Mohammed Mara. Where in the talk, the mama to Abdul Karim Bari, Hawa Bari, been explain waiting happen between in Peking and one Mohammed Mara.
Me ade pampure inside. Peking they say mama why it's I tell you guys at table. I dey make fatty and I don't do fatty now. One people na meet me Peking don't say this. I say yeah me don't put for you. He say yes I don't eat one no beg of food. I no say where left for us now for me. I dey take it. Now I say okay take an you na no say na you. I say don't eat like come on I do. Now the last talk round they me in talk. What come on I do? I dey try myself I don't pray for come on I do back. Like if na sit down I can't sit down. I meet up on no na do much. Mama don't choke me. Mama don't choke me. I say Abdul Karim Musai. I dey try now for pull the polo way well. I see the saw. But I don't want me attention there. Baby way choke you can't boss. Mama don't choke me. I say hey Abdul Karim I don't do you. Abdul Karim. Mama I go get sangiam. Let's on sangiam mama. Abdul Karim I put on sangiam. I mean man in Bobo come. Take the picking. Try for pull and do, but no able pull that moment. But now it falls. You pull them. Picking don't go down. Can't put alarm. The bucket on one the blood they pump. Blood they pump no man they pump. I want Bobo come. I did. When I go this Bobo I tell them they get empty. But what they again what the Allah say, "I can't help me." I the Bobo I can't tell the Bobo. They put the polo away and they run now. Say life care. When they go life care, what they want go inside there. Now they put out they say the Bobo. Then they go to Okupa satellites.
I think I not reach or don't reach you. I don't know now. Who don't go to police station? I just say, now. They don't give you paper and I pay for that other Bobo walk out me. I say, let go with the paper for let them able see me Bobo quick. You know, they say the Bobo and they just can't tell me.
And be same also talk to Abibatu Sise and Mohammed Tula, where themselves been get concerned.
That next day, 8 o'clock, Abdul Karim be don't eat inside, don't come on and do. But maybe one go eat and not be get lights. And he say, Ozil, yeah, the lights. So he eats left for me the yes, so because they only just they eat. Now I say, okay, now give me the lights. I was me and I did eat in Comonado. Be away in Comonado, straight to the PS and they in go. So when go na the PS, you go meet 1,000 lions at the table so they can put the bites money. So I didn't take the 1,000 lions in one Comonado. So luckily, now Mama and Marasi say, you check. I mean, money I don't go with. So but that's mean the Bobo be don't want Kai Sausa with Grandpa Day. So when you don't Kausa with Grandpa Day, now you can make fun with that. But they say Mohammed because now they took you back Mohammed. So when you don't can make fun here Mohammed, you don't can make fun. You be greedy Grandpa. Grandpa money. Grandpa afternoon they made that fun day to in Grandpa. So luckily now here Mohammed Tula go de Pagonado. So when they Pagonado. Now in the share when you go back na the PS for go give na the Bobo in money because instead of fun in they make with away Mohammed with the collar. So you watch on the PS and not see the Bobo. So if you say the Bobo we don't go, but beyond the Bobo we don't go, I now we shop. So I see they go inside now come on in back side now Stavaya chuka tute.
I be the cam. That's my pen. I hear me small brother they play tennis. So now they begin laugh me. They say somehow I be very shelt. So now they pass. Now they want to Kandeh. So all to Kandeh that go now. Me daddy say that book one seller no soak me uniform again. So I don't book me uniform. And then me big brother go pull it in there. Say that book for her. So me they book in the range. Say around 8 o'clock. Then grandpa can pass so go pray. I didn't say we say for no go pray. I don't say the car don't book. So now they tell me say mama me a white too. So when tell me say mama me a white, I go to me granny I go pull here be. I do me in car slow it. I didn't Canada see the car take water for drink. The car when car take water and left me the brook line. Till I didn't go. Then go to water. And I say Mohammed Marabi they run after me. So now that I tell her say I say what you do I'm know they run after you. I say me I don't know now phone number make to and cow mat to me. Then say I don't blame nobody now. Been by yes Santos they be the speed and I make. So now they park Canada. I left me Buruku and force. They park Canada. The car they park Canada. We are ready for Mohammed Mara. In the cost mammy cost it's my pianda. The cost mammy cost. So that I tell her say check where it's my pianda. I can't forecast Mohammed Mara. So baby check. Him know the cost mama. He had the one. The commoner when they come up for can answer the Bobo it's making the cost mama. One Bobo be team up here. I didn't point her. He say look Abdul Karim. The turner win the turn. I didn't chukana in back. As they turn back, so I didn't chukana in chest. I didn't run go and he meets me and but me I don't be feel say that chukin chukau. So now I didn't go tell me say mama they don't chook me. I don't take her that serious way. I didn't run go inside to mama. I say mama they don't chook me. They don't chook me. I say give me the flag go to Nagia. Now I hear mama begin cry. Now I want go say mama say nebu chuka look what say don't do it. Nebu chuka don't can't waste your life for nothing. So it's done now by the chair and they pump blood. Now that car call big people there. So all man go now, all man they all are the couch and do the car layer na the veranda, the blood in the hot circle, and the car they go to now hospital, yes sir.
As this case then now na the barracks police station for investigation, but Liberty Online Television we go work at this police station for get the side of the police, but we not be able to get the respond. For Liberty Online TV, me na David Yankee say the report.
All right, we continue the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they go down at Parliament, outside they don't turn the Tertiary Commission Act to law, where according to Member of Parliament, these acts are for ensure say students them get access to tertiary education. We reporter Al Hassan Koma gets more and he gonna report.
The Tertiary Education Commission Act na bill where they help for amend and improve certain things them. Now the tertiary education na salon. Outside the function of the commission, Now for ensure say we get better education across Salone and for improve the university and technical education structure through this act. The chairman for the legislative committee, Honorable Abdul Conte, been read on the clauses them where the committee don't amend.
Present the fourth report on the Legislative Committee's second session of the 6th Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone on the bill entitled the Tertiary Education Commission Act 2024, being an act to provide for the continuation of the Tertiary Education Commission, to provide for the regulation of tertiary education institutions throughout Sierra Leone, and to provide for other related matters. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Member, the bill having gone through second reading was committed to the Legislative Committee for scrutiny pursuant to Standing Order 51-1. Subsequently, the committee met on Wednesday, 29 January 2025 in Committee Room Number 1, Parliament Building, with the following objectives.
We wait for approve now the House of Parliament. The leader of government business, Honorable Matthew Sanyuma, in get this for see.
Of the bill we have, the Commission is also gearing to put in place the frivolous increment of fees. There is just story, there is a price because they are trying to seek a homogeneity in terms of fees. They are also regulating that. So the work of the Commission to ensure that we don't have this flip-flopping of fees. So if I am paying for ND National Diploma, for the SCTVA, it will be the same price. And prices and it's the same fees. And fees coming should be in line with what the Commission has agreed.
Leader of the opposition, Honorable Abdul Kabo, been agree with Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara, where they represent the APC Nakambia district, for make the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education for they publish the list of registered and approved universities.
So the knowledge of the public. So the public may not have known whether these institutions have met the criteria as stipulated by TC. So what he is saying now, for those institutions which have met the criteria as stated, they should not only be enlisted, the enlistment should be published so that they don't go to offer courses in those institutions. After 4 years, they know that those institutions have not met the criteria of the TC. So, yes, and their certificates are rejected. So what the honorable member is saying is that it should be inculcated in the act that all those institutions who have met the criteria stated in the act should be public.
For SECA regulations, with the inside the bill, Honorable Daniel Kuruma, Deputy Leader of the Opposition, inside a debate, he advised the Minister for mindful of the time limit.
I'm advising Madam Minister to have a rethink of that time. For this Parliament, this House, is not a rubber stamp house. Once you tell us a time, you are bound to comply. So I advise that you consider maybe end of March.
Yes.
At least to be,
for the sake of it,
to be realistic. Otherwise, you say 2 weeks just because you have to please us. At the end of 2 weeks, you'll be summoned and then you don't
give us the end of March.
I prefer you take end of March.
After the bill don't go through committee stage, now the third reading, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Singapore Solomon Thomas, and other members of Parliament been agreed for make the bill become law.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The bill entitled the Tertiary Education Commission Act 2025, being an act to repeal and replace the Tertiary Education Commission Act 2001, Act number 8 of 2001, to provide for the continuation of the Tertiary Education Commission, to provide for the regulation of tertiary education institutions throughout Sierra Leone, and to provide for other related matters, has been read the third time and passed into law.
As all this the bill, Parliament been same so amend the National Council for Technical and Vocational Act 2024. This act will help improve on the TVEC institutions all over the country and for repeal and improve on other academic awards. As members now the committee stage move the bill to third reading, the bill been later become law. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Kandeh, been advised the minister for take into consideration all the items wey dey inside this bill wey go improve on education across Salone. For Liberty Online TV, Al Hassan Komade.
All right, still on issues we get for do with education. Then we go now the eastern part of Freetown and look at special needs education. We continue for get challenge na salon. And now we dey go na Usai, the head teacher for the Hosata Abdallah Memorial Special Needs School and the eastern part of Freetown, Aminata Emeline Bangra, say food supply and subvention na challenge where this school they get for let ensure say they continue for provide learning facility for picking them where they attend this special needs school. Well, we watch as he been talking at this interview. He been talking at this interview to Mohammed Kamara.
This school stay by Kisi, Nesmes, by Tender Hill Road for Go Boys High School. On the left hand side, after you branch, the first brown gates, you go meet the gates boldly written Hosata Abdallah Memorial Special Needs School. Now the school for the mentally retarded.
Okay. Specifically, who's picking them way on a focus for accommodating at the school?
We focus for mentally retarded. That is the one them where they not too they up there, they're not able to do things there for themselves. But being there is an inclusion system of education, we also they encourage the deaf and dumb, that is hearing impaired, for make themselves not left out, because the government caters for all, and indeed we encourage them kind picking there also for attend.
Okay, so tell me how the learning process gets like, for teaching them kind pick here.
Oh, the learning process is tedious. Like I say for the hearing impaired, we not go say A like the one where they hear. They hear, and at the same time, they able to talk. So we they use sign language. Like this one where I show you, so now the A for the hearing impaired. This is B and this is C. So go on. So now so then they learn, and we they facing them, and by right we for use mirror and not to at least 4 for a class. So at least 2 for a class or 1 for a teacher for proper learning to take place, because then they do the same syllabus like the normal people. So like for the autism, we get the scheme for them ranging from 1 nursery to class 3. Now that way they will train them, and we get skills way for learn them, for develop themselves, for become self-reliant, and any side way they will fend themselves, that they're able for upkeep themselves. But like I would say, the syllabus talk about it, but the output for let it implement for the buildings and the materials, they're not there.
So they're able to get the actual equipment then?
Of course.
So how the picking and cable for cope, with their way?
So we they treat them with the cognitive side and the skills how for take care of themselves. So then we they learn them a bit on sewing when at the tailoring department. But like I say, not to all things Kandeh, because we need a center. If we enter at the classroom, where as well we they take for be the classroom for tailoring, which is very different from the learning environment. So you go find out say the picking not go able to put needle, you not go able to thread the needle, and inside the they dark. So if they use needle and if they use material where you get for use needle, you not go able for thread even in that. So the place not convenient for tailoring, for proper tailoring, and we they appeal for a center where the picking them go get lights through the windows, and where every side go clear, and go get machine them where go able make them able learn skills for themselves. So they entice them for make them be in the school compound where go be safer for them. So that one they back with a big, and we get strengths for the payment of retired people. Okay. So one person they go charge na labor 70 million, I get proof 60-something million, and for this trip we get retirement where now 5.
Okay.
Way for go, but all this I don't copy, send to welfare,
social welfare. I don send am to the education department, so for make dem see the strain. So if dem bring money, no say dem bring 100 million, so we get for pay the school owe to workers more than 200. So wetin that one dey get for be, and na me dem dey draw, and we dey pay also nurses to government for dem workers there. So I dey appeal, let government add this money, please. And I dey appeal, let government hang we in any organization for supply food where that side dey go be easy. And let them not forget them picking there. Food, then clothes. Some they not get parents them. They abandon, but no furniture. They not there for let the pikin they reside. And even if an organization or government decide for furnish the body home, no food no go there for body home, because when they talk of body home, logistics then get for there for feeding. And we go be on time, and it go be at the proportion of the diet where the pikin dem for take. And besides, we get epilepsy with them. We go appeal for make dem give we first aid with epilepsy. The pikin dem dey fall down here, but we not get help. We not get connection for where dem go bring.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show. They come to you live na Liberty Online TV. Earlier we tell una say today we dey get the leader them na the energy sector for can give updates but the developments them we don dey happen na the sector, and also for explain wetin are some of the reason them we make presently Freetown they get some challenge with electricity. Well, at the studio this morning, I want to welcome Edmond Nonie, the Deputy Minister too, from the Ministry of Energy. Good morning, Mr. Nonie. All right. As I just don't tell we viewers them, not to secret again, there are some challenges in the energy sector for the past 2 to 3 weeks now. And una don't they do una best as energy sector leader them. Firstly, let's just start for give the viewers them an overview of outside the sector they presently.
The sector they in a process of transition. We they in a process of we meet or we still get significant challenges then. Some of we don't come into the sector newly. I don't day now as deputy minister for about 6 months. We don't identify several solutions then. Some of the solutions then we don't already implement them and we work on them. Some of them they not in what they do right now, not what they implement right now, and then you have to take small more time. But what we ensure the viewers is that we be a responsive government, will be a responsive set of leaders, wherein as the problem then they come, we self they go for face them head on.
You make mention say una don dey implement solutions, but before we can look at the solutions, let we just know from una your end, because perhaps it's different from wetin the public they perceive. From una end, wetin are the problem with lights, especially in Freetown? Wetin una nothing are the problem?
Well, Freetown, we get under supply of electricity, so we dey implement load shedding at the city right now. The city need around 130 megawatts of electricity. But right now, we distribute 65 to 70 megawatts, depending on the day and the different conditions we get in the field. Now, as the numbers then will show you, now about half of the supply we need now we get access to for now. And with that amounts there, we need for they shape the lights as equally as possible. Then be say one person in your light passing company and all of the rest of that day. But as we all know, inside the community there, we get you line, your cable get problem, your cable cuts, your transformer, maybe your transformer overloaded. We need for understand, okay, who that's if we're able to pull some of the customer them and this transformer transfer them to the other transformer, we're not too overloaded. We get all of them issues them inside the field where the supply where we get we're limited, then back for make it reach to you because of the infrastructure within the city. Then they back at times can limit waiting. Finally, they go na people that host them. So that's not an issue where we get. But we get two solutions then for both of those issues. Solution number one are the supply. So we not get enough supply. So what we don't do, we don't initiate, we don't start Boku projects then. By December of this year, we they introduce additional 80 megawatts of solar for Freetown. Get 40 megawatts from the World Bank, where vice presidents go launch na Newton at the end of last year. We get other 40 megawatts from IFC, where we they construct right now na Kamakwe. But even though they Kamakwe, the power they come through the Bumuna 161 line for Kam Freetown. So then they no more na 80. And then the generator and we all done the robots na King Tom and Black Hole Road. For the past 5 years, then generator and they're not on they on, then get problem. So between June to around November of last year, we've been pulling money for make the generator them with support from JICA for make the generator then at King Tom. So the King Tom generator then they on right now. In fact, last night I'm in the King Tom powerhouse. Then we go left fuel for them for letting operate for a significant period of time. I've been in at the powerhouse when they put the generator on last night. The Black Oro generator, Ministry of Finance, don't pull the money for them make the Black Oro generator back. We don't order the parts them from Finland. They will reach inside the next 30 days. So Black Hole Road back, it'll come on by May, June. So these are some of the issues and where we don't address. Okay, we get under supply. So between the solar 80 megawatts and then two engine them, now about 100 megawatts they come from governments normal by December. Then you get what you call independent power producers. That's people and they don't decide for make energy their own business. So then they come, then build generator, then build solar, and then sell to EDSA, and EDSA sell to we. So the IPPs them back there, they don't come battle governments. People don't set up some additional solar. We done it back now around another 20 megawatts. So in total, by December we get 117 to 120 megawatts will come online for Freetown. And so next year dry season get for be we know it get for be less difficult or less challenging than what we face right now. So that's not the supply issue, the supply gap. After that, now we begin look at the infrastructure within our people, them communities, them. Now, how would they tackle land, and also how would they tackle the improvement of EDSA service now for privatized EDSA. So we for the last 3 years we done on this process for private sector partner for come inside EDSA. So we've been get a open tender process last year. We'll start. We get about 12 companies then will express interest, international companies then. Of that 12 day, we don't do screening, and now we don't get short list of 6. So from that 6, they do further engagements and further investigation into that 6 for let we decide which one we go with. Then that entire process is supposed to be done by July, August. So inside this 2025, EDSA will be privatized. And this private company where they come, then supposed to come with money, tens of millions of dollars, for begin make their investments inside with infrastructure. Because as we all can agree with the area say transformer in the area, you overloaded, you cable and get this issue, this other issue don't come up. So that money where the private sector investor they come with, then they come for buy more transformer then. So we not go get overloaded transformer then.
We can talk more on the privatization process of EDSA, but you will agree with me say before president bring una on board na the energy sector for help with the challenges. sometimes around April last year, it be really terrible. It terrible at some point. The previous minister began to resign. The president take over the energy sector before he appoint you and also bring in Dr. Kandeh Yumkella as the sector lead. The challenges them we una meet. Una not be foresee them say na them kind problems there. Then at the energy sector because the first retreat wey president all with una, he state and clear say himself tired with excuses. Everybody for go to work. And up till now we still dey the same problems.
We meet challenges them, and the first thing we do not understand the challenges and what we will do next. I think we all go also able for recognize the fact that from where some of the changes the way HE do as minister start in June, July of last year, say December, January. Now over the last as we start the conversation, over the last 2 weeks, we don't begin see some challenges. And as a proactive leadership and as a proactive government, what we do is immediately go at ground level. So last night, I've been then at the Kingdom substation. Between Kingdom substation and Kingdom powerhouse, say 3 o'clock in the morning. They engage with the engineers. They look and see whose side they were, whose substation, whose area they get lights. Okay, region substation. With how much we don't give them, how much then they shape.
But yesterday the
How
entire
much we don't give
town
them.
been dark. From afternoon where the lights go all over.
I'll go and disagree because me were able to see the distribution numbers or the system, able for know how much of the city may receive electricity. So really now the around 57-58% of the city may receive electricity last night. That's still not good enough for a capital city. When I talk say Daniel and some people for parts we set on the back for. But in terms of using what we get now for make sure say people receive service, they be more proactive for make sure for understand who side gap them there and how fulfill the gap them. Imagine before you come back inside, before we take the step for fix the generator on our Kingdom, trading not just the ship with the rely on. So imagine if we not be done add additional 10 megawatts from Kingdom. Imagine if we not many work on the Blackwell Road generator for come with additional 16 megawatts from Blackwell Road. Then at 25 or 26 megawatts where we know say Salon governments as we self get control over and we're able for spin and able for add in the system. We also over the last couple of months, and I get some visitors in Freetown right now, they arrived last night. Also over the last couple of months, don't they engage with partners in a CLSG line before begin import electricity from Cote d'Ivoire, from Ghana, from Senegal, from other countries. Then for can add for meet that gap.
But that's be done the happen on the CLSG line.
Yes.
It be done the happen.
No, CLSG where we first start about 4 years ago, then we begin supply, and then this goes back to why we're privatizing EDSA. So EDSA being gets a good agreement with several suppliers from CLSG, but at the point EDSA not being paid, waiting is supposed to pay CLSG. So CLSG back then cuts the amount of power within the supply from 30 megawatts down to 10 megawatts. That 10 megawatts where they can inside, we decide for use them for prioritize the provincial towns in Kolleh, Bo, Kenema, and I think Kamakwi. So these are decisions we end up making when you not get a utility where they function in as efficiently as it's supposed to.
Is it that corruption don't be the greatest challenge for EDSA?
I know will cast accusations at EDSA or any of my colleagues them in that regard, but we get the economics of the sector or the contracts and whether inside the sector, they don't always favor we 100%. So EDSA been there at a position where they begin cut your put you under. So one example I'll give is the Kappa ship. So car power ship where we first start for do business with them under the previous administration, the tariff in there at a certain level. 2018 where we self cam, the tariff in there at a lower level than outside there now. But the way how the tariff structured, they get flat rates where we they pay them for let them ship day now normal. And then pantap that flat rate, now we they buy the fuel. So now we see in 2020 the fuel price globally and Salona is spike up because of various global issues, whether I mean global inflation or Ukraine, different things. So with that spike with the fuel spike, as it is now, the full price what they pay for tariff from the ship, for example, is higher than what ETSA they sell GUM.
Most of
So ETSA get a gap there. So now
most of
I call some
wetin
of them
you
say
don
that.
highlight as challenge na this sector not only wey new to the public.
Mm.
We don dey hear this year in year out anytime you host somebody from the energy sector. These are the challenges wey dem go talk about. Wetin actually dey happen, is it that proper management system not dey in place on our resources? Because a lot of money don dey go into the energy sector, but the complaints dem still dey continue. Even the car power ship, e been supposed for be just an option, but now we rely on am for giving energy. Wetin actually na the problem? Is it poor management or na the resources?
Now both. And why I say poor management, you don't necessarily need for say, okay, now person not sabi how for doing work properly. Not so that they are the same. Poor management in the regard that because systems not in place, the way how you go able for robustly manage something, if you get all of the infrastructure, you get all of the resources for do you work, the way how you want do them, now you not day. And the difference is, it's not the first time way people that from the energy sector go sit down and tell you, say, this not the issue. And because it's not the issue, we can't privatize it, sir, for letting get more resources and letting get better management. Because resources back an issue, or because supply back an issue, within 12 months, we can't give an additional 120 megawatts. Nobody know within 12 months. Nobody never come with this kind program for make the change. The other thing about energy not to today, tomorrow, something. It takes time for let you attract investor for come, for invest and expand the amount of supply where you get. It also takes time. Then generators and a Kingdom and Black Hole Road, not to the one that within now with us. The generator of self, a big like us. A big like us. So you know, go just grab today, say, okay, I make this generator, and today, tomorrow they make. The manufacturers them we don't pay, we don't ship the parts them, and say when they come, you get for take them then 40 days, then they make the generator. So the issues within the energy sector, yes, they are old issues, but for the first time, leadership they come inside where they talk now, say, we address the issues they head on. His Excellency the President, Dr. Kandeh Yumkella, Deputy Minister One and myself, we don't decide, say, these are the issues, these are the pain points. Let us work on them now, and let us know, say, between now to end of the year, I know they come, sit down now, they explain this.
Now that make I ask you earlier, say, if na corruption, na the challenge na ETSA. Because if ETSA, they generate money for themselves, because people na prepaid, then they use, sorry, and people they pay for their lights, but all time ETSA, no they get money for pay the ship, because on the several time, the ship they stop for give wetin they supposed for give, because they not get fuel or they owe a huge amount of money. Women say issues of corruption, you might not agree here publicly, but corruption are the major issue na ETSA. We make una self don't identify them and decide say no privatize ETSA.
I'll make something very clear. The ship, as of now, we don't get no problem with the ship right now.
Una not owe am?
We get areas where we don't pay down from the ship, but not old areas. Now areas from 2019, 2020. The areas don't always there, but we may not make a commitment to the management of the ship for the pay amount, month on month, and we're current, we're up to date with payments them for them. We know there in any payments disputes with them, and they know they call that we not so down in the issue right now.
So then they give the amount of power then we don't they give.
Yes, then they give the amount of power we don't give.
So if from November, December time the light be stable, some man even the boast of 24 hours lights. Like me, the area outside the I go say at least 23 hours. I dey get light. But all of a sudden, then they cut off totally. I dey sleep loud a blackout with waiting car power they give and waiting on self they generate. So why the city go into load shedding?
Well, we always done the into load shedding until we hit that 130 megawatt supply. You will get some.
But it not be obvious as now.
Yes, that's true. But I don't know if you have been see the statements where Dr. Yumkella make yesterday about this light issue, saying we didn't investigate them for really understand if there's some form of, I could say, sabotage, or there's some form of issue. Because we self as leadership, we come to the same conclusion. Say November, December, January, we all know the same lights we receive now with us. I don't ever tell EDSA for give me special lights. So I know where lights good, I know where lights not good. So me self don't see like the past 1-2 weeks, the scenario don't completely change. Yes, Bumuna, so the way how Bumuna they operate, way water they high, we get a lot of power from Bumuna. The way dry season come and water begin go low small, we dey get less. But even with that reduction from Bumuna, the kind way we all they see the situation change, not to so it's supposed for day. We still get enough supply that's the cry enough for this. So now I make last night we go do this in-depth investigation. Me being there na King Tom, they monitor waiting, they come in, and waiting King Tom they send out to the rest of the city. We also put senior engineers from the Ministry of Energy, from EDSA, from EGTC, one at every substation, all the 15 substations around the city. Then self being a monitor say, okay, King Tom don't send regions this amount, how much don't come up from region go out. King Tom don't send Black Oro this amount, how much don't go out. So we're investigating for make sure say, like how we don't tower and make sure say we suppliers and gets the money and everything should be okay. Possibly not the sabotage we from inside the system.
Because that's probably my next question. Say, based on the agreement and contract we get with car partnership, and the information we they get is that then the give waiting is supposed to give based on the agreement. So this sabotage where they make mention of, is it that the suspicion they can say, and from the substations then the one the way they manage they can play the games?
The distribution of energy is quite complex. It come out from King Tom. From King Tom, from there it go to 15 substations across the city. From then substation and back, you get what's called feeder. And are the different cable where they come on at the substation. Then feeder, then they go to like each feeder maybe go to 10 to 15 transformers. So we need to understand at times it can be the human element. We know I not go just assume. Now make we do investigate. Now make we do investigation. Now make we collect with data. The human element can be that the people and we for switch on the transformer. Them we get 467 transformers across the city. A Boku assets stand there. Maybe the switching of the transformers. Maybe in Ayanda we get some challenges, whether it's logistical, whether it's material. So we're looking into all of that.
But why somebody go on for sabotage and make it appear like lights not if lights did?
Well, not only back we self they try to understand. And we also they try to understand if that's not the case, maybe that is not to the case. So for be fair, now make we say, okay, let we do an impartial assessment. Let we do exercise last night for see from points to points how the lights they move. Because by electricity you get generation. And under you partners and they whether it's Kappa, whether it's King Tom, whether it's Black Hole Road, generation. From generation, it go to transmission. From transmission, it go to distribution. So we need for very fairly look across that value chain for say, okay, problem there, who's the problem there?
Clearly, there is a problem within EDSA because if na institution they function properly, you as a minister, you not get no business for the na street. Say me do net for the go inspect because system they where they work properly. And this problem not to today begin. At some point, the president don't sack dismantle the entire board. bring in new people in, but yet still the problem they still dey there. Now, as one of the leader them na the sector, wetin na una immediate action now that una don clearly know say there's a problem, people in dey na the system or the sabotage the system.
Well, we immediate action now for do this investigation, now for collect the data, collect the information. Where Alefia they go sit down with 15 engineers where then step in the streets last night. We go then step in and get our data, now the substation and with them in there. We all the data together, where they hand them over. We bring them all together, we look Wusai been there where them been supposed for send 5 megawatts when are 1 megawatts in send. Wusai been there. So that we first understand where the pain point, where the challenge there. And because where you don't understand Wusai the challenge there, then you can understand why that challenge come up. That's something where maybe 12 transformers out of 20 transformers in this area, then they down. So the first and foremost is forget a fair assessment where if we take any action, we don't clear with conscience say yes, we not been just grabbing and say,
But
oh, na
wetin una
this.
see yesterday night wey una do the monitoring, wetin una see?
Well, me been there in Kingdom. So I've been we been get around 65 megawatts we come inside. And then from Kingdom been send out around 64. Because where you they synchronize electricity, you get what you call transformation losses. You get some small leakage when and I'm purely infrastructure and technical. But me know waiting we receive total from the different suppliers. I mean know what we send out.
So as an engineer, wetin you see this morning wey dey na the Kingdom power station dey enough for the city?
No. Like as I say, we'll start now about 130 megawatts now we able for send right now. And by the way, that now other something where we be able for improve on. In about 5-6 years ago, now 60 megawatts now governments be able to send out to the people in our freedom. Last year, November, December, we finished a project with World Bank. I don't know if anybody been to see some construction of new towers and new cables around the city. Now, because of that, we're able for double, which we're able for send out into the city. So no 60 megawatts for a city we need 130, not enough. But that's why we did do the work for get this additional 120 megawatts available by December.
Why una feel say for privatize EDSA might be a possible solution wey go salvage the blackout issue?
Well, private sector person na business it can do, na money it want make. So them a lot more efficient. All over the world, we dey see say public sector, some say public sector governments na cumbra. So private sector always more efficient than public sector in the way how then they run any system. But also na best practice. We don't see say in Nigeria, in Ghana, and other countries than in Kenya, where the electricity issues they're more stable than we own. Now privatize the utility. In fact, in some countries, they get multiple utilities where they say, okay, we get one utility or one EDSA where then they for Aberdeen, and that company now in they deal with Aberdeen. Get other company back where they deal with Blackwell Road, right? So that's now another method where people can take. We since now something we new, we still want to start with okay, privatize was still now one company. If after a while we decide say okay, we do further catchment areas and get further distribution companies across the city, handing back can be something we can.
Because the reason why I asked, the time that we've been there under the NPA, switching to EDSA, these were some of the conversations that we will be get. Why you want to come out NPA and come to EDSA? One of the promises was, for example, where we do under EDSA, we use the prepaid meter. No sooner you get to top up now your meter, when you switch on, there's supposed to be lights, but now the reverse they happen currently. So does that mean leaving the NPA and coming to EDSA, it been yield anything? We don't reach a point where they can go back to the private sector for take over EDSA.
So, sorry, I beg your pardon. What may happen with NPA was not just a conversion from NPA to EDSA. Now something again where internationally, now with sub-region, all of the countries and undo, where now for unbundle the utilities, or we all been get utilities where now, one man gang, the utility in the one that one utility now they do all thing. Remember, this is not a talk about generation, transmission, and distribution. So now the different step then and inside electricity. So what we do to NPA at that time was for divide NPA into the different areas of electricity. Let the different companies then focus on the area there. So MPA became EDSA and EGTC. EDSA is the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority. EGTC is the Electricity Generation and Transmission Company. So EGTC and I make now then gets the Kingdom powerhouse and then gets the Kingdom dispatch center. EGTC then they for deal with the bulk generation companies where they give you lights, whether not government source or private source. And then them prepare that electricity there. And then, like I say, where I've been there at the dispatch center, they know, say, okay, now 15 substation we get. You get 10, you get 5, you get 20, you get this. Then they for push now to the substation. Now, EDSA now at the substation, now then they pick her up and then send them to we host them. And then go put meter now we host, and then they do business with the public. So EDSA, they like that commercial and customer engagement and customer distribution angle, and then EGTC they in the generation and transmission angle. So the purpose will be get for unbundled NPA, it's been very necessary. And in fact, it don't make it's easier for understand what's the problem there. Because if now one green MPA there, then you're okay, whose departments? Now you're like, okay, EGTC, we can left in a corner first. We know say the problem in EDSA and at this particular area, then we need for fix.
But in terms of service, EDSA don't live up to the expectation of people where they pay for the lights and not they get.
EDSA don't do waiting EDSA able for do given the resources where they get access to, given the systems that where they get. Let we take the example of the telecommunication sector. For decades, now Sierratel, we all been relying on. But we don't see the improvements in telecoms access, communications access from where private sector mobile phone companies can come into the country. Unfortunately, right now, we not get Sierratel again. We not go that don't mean say I they say we not get EDSA again. But when you open up to private sector, you they begin see innovation, you they begin see prices, then they come. You they begin
So
see
it's
people.
safe for the EDSA not able to work, they're not able for deliver. We they go private.
Well, if EDSA been a do it, we all want the EDSA they do. We not go they grumble say we get issues with EDSA, not so. So
now all the technical term here we dey talk about that ordinary citizen where they watch or listen to you this morning, all waiting a one for now when on a go restore back that at least 20 hours supply where people in Afriton be to get.
So I want push back small. We not be they do 20-hour supply every day for all man. The way how lights been there, because the supply now been 60 for 30. Now been one day in, one day out.
No, but some area
Right.
they get light.
Well, some. Well, okay. I know one commits to all man something where waiting with the scene at the dashboard, na the waiting self, na the powerhouse. It not match to that day.
But Mr. Minister, the same thing then be done at the same dashboard.
No.
Because around that November, December time, the lights be okay.
I understand.
It not be enough, but it be okay.
I think we dey talk about the same thing. I just don't want to use the word say 20 hour every day for all man. We able for restore back to who side we be there November, December, back to how people may see lights.
Yeah.
November, December, January. Now they were able for commit to people.
So when on I go restore that kind of pattern they get?
we dey work for make sure say the challenges where we don't see over the previous 2 weeks, for ensure say that within the next 60 days we not go get then kind of incidents there
60
again.
days Iboku.
Well, 60 days.
For the parties kind suffering.
So remember where I say we get 400 and just below 440 something transformers then. If after last night we go do investigation and we find out, okay, the reason why people are not get lights over the last 2 weeks, now because out of that 400 and something, you get 100 and something we get problem, some kind faults for fix. Transformer get transformer oil, you get different components that we will need for replace, we will need for order them parts them. It's not as a simple fix as we're able for say by tomorrow all things go be okay. Not to mention the fact that where you get issues for make lights reach now people at us, at times we can do investigation and find out saying a vandalism. We all don't see who side people and they vandalize transformer and then they go inside the transformer, then root
But
all
now
the
where lights not, then you go route. Because if you meet lights, you can't go there and say you want to go vandalize when
Yeah.
power the inside.
then they still as responsible citizens them we not for go inside transformer and we route cable and copper and then where lights available we know say lights na shape with the shape am. So if during the time where you don't get lights you go route the cable common and transformer where lights come for your community now you don't spoil the transformer so how you will get lights you dey deprive yourself regardless of lights day lights no day we know say lights not can always day. But we self, we light no they not so that time for take opportunity to go vandalize and spoil we own transformer and deprive you self. So these are all of the potential issues where I think we get foresee. We'll sit down for do we analysis this morning and we will set a plan for say within the 60 days, if na then can issues them, we go able for order the parts and make what we suppose from it.
Them go ever day in a salon where people go get 24 hours light based on the top up where they get at the meter. We go reach yonder.
Yes.
When?
I know one
Because that was the promise where government been get the time where they want to let people and switch to the prepaid. So once you get your top up, you switch on, you will get light.
No, the time they reach and HE been promised we say within in time it will address several issues in the country and one of the issues was electricity. We don't get the assignment from His Excellency say before the end of this in term in second term we need for sort out electricity. Presidents are an extremely busy man. So for let him talk say I the be president and I also the be minister of energy. Now because it take am very serious. In fact, it been returned na Sierra Leone a few days ago. Last night I see message on my phone say HE1 we today this afternoon. Because when it come here say people in the go move lights. So you want to see with this afternoon for say wait till they go on with this light situation. So now this energy issue, he's taking it extremely personally and he's taking it extremely seriously. Now I make he still keep the portfolio, saying I me self the lead and I get the people and where they deputize me and make sure say this thing succeed.
As minister of the sector, you know one of the leaders then, and you know somebody who very active na social media. We can see people them they grumble, they cry, but they black out. How you do feel about that?
I feel bad. I feel very bad. And because I feel bad or they get concerned, now I make the grab na bed I left me where me picking now house. I go sit on our powerhouse stay early morning. Not to something where I go one for just sit on at my office and say, yeah, well, now this excuse, now this time tell me no, me self, and we self now the energy sector, whether now Dr. Yumkella or Dr. Eldred Taylor or me self, we want if problem day, we able for talk with confidence say problem day because number this transformer and this community now I mean they down last night I make this particular community not get this cable where the care lights go over this side and I make this not get so we know waiting who side for apply pressure and who side government able for help EDSA Usai Ministry of Energy able for help ETSA, or Usai we able for go to Ministry of Finance and say, hey, Ministry of Finance, this light issue where they, these are all of the gaps, but we need this amount of money for to close the gaps. Do you give that money there?
Like how you talk no more, Edmond, electricity very expensive, and not to also now they get quick people and for can invest. And that will make way the news of the MCC being come up. All well-meaning Sierra Leonean be very happy because now one of the things then they with that money they before can solve this electricity challenge which London they go through for over years. But with waiting they happen now the world following the international news, we see how President Trump they cut US aid to African country them, although no united about the MCC. Should Sierra Leonean be hopeful?
We are very hopeful, actually, that the United States would honor their commitments to the MCC and other such programs. One thing about the MCC, where I don't think everybody familiar with, is MCC was a was a program that was created by George W. Bush, so it's a Republican program. During President Trump in first term, there were 5 different MCC compacts signed during that first term. During the first term, there were about 4 MCC compacts that were active, investing money in various countries in Africa and Asia and South America, where Trump allowed them projects to go ahead. And not only that, Trump in back mean creates an agency for gay international aid, which is the DFC. Now the DFC, the last year we been get commitments from them for $419 million for build the gas to power plants, 105 megawatts na Kisi. I don't know if I remember that day. So DFC, when a Trump developed agency, don't commit for give capital for that big power projects. But DFC also, by the way, now DFC provide I think around $200 million for Lunge Airport as a loan to the Turkish. So we confidence in by looking at the history or waiting Trump doing in first term MCC projects and then the compacts and still being a go ahead income self and add DFC as a new program. That same DFC, it don't give saloon money before. So for we're quite confident say everything.
So even though na confidence and self hopeful for say the MCC grant, nothing will go happen with even though President Trump gets your policies and now we want for focus on. Is there any option for let we not get two eggs in one basket and perhaps, God forbid, a crash? Is there any other option for say let the MCC money, God forbid, now available, Salongo be still fine implementing things, then we go for improve on the energy sector?
Yeah, of course, multiple options indeed, to be honest. We with His Excellency the President's lead, we in Tanzania a couple of weeks ago, several weeks ago, with also strong leadership from Dr. Yumkella and myself and Minister Fansamadi Finance at the Mission 300 Summit. Now, Mission 300 now a energy investments program that was created that way Africa Development Bank and World Bank don't make. That program they non-commit $40 billion to that program they non-get a set of, I think the first set of 11 countries in Africa. The objective of the program is for make sure say 300 million people in Africa gets light inside the next 5 years. So the first 11 countries then we don't go through them compacts and develop them compacts for Mission 300. So, and not a small compacts then. Senegal developed compacts for $6 billion. Zambia developed compacts for $5 billion. Liberia developed compacts for $2 billion. Tell God Senki, well, during the summit where Haiti go engage with the head of the African Development Bank and the World Bank, they not add Sierra Leone to the second cohort of countries. So we'll come back from that trip, we don't work on the paperwork for let we own projects them together self and say to them, okay, when I them projects them, we want do as part of M300. So God forbid the MCC not go through, we get that M300 we will not say we able for put some of the projects and we'll bundle with MCC inside that M300 compact. That's one option. The second option where you get the infrastructure, what we want to do with the MCC money. Now for build additional transmission infrastructure for pull electricity from western area, go to the provinces, and then we been get other money from India Exim Bank, where down the back been there for pull electricity go the other side of the provinces. But also some of them issues where they say we not get enough transformers, MCC money back for to address some of them. So the other option we'll get is private sector. So we get a company or we get an institution called Africa 50, which one of the big projects inside the MCC was this what we call the Southern Transmission Line. Now they draw transmission cable from Freetown, go down to Pujon. And then back we now create the Northern Transmission Line, then they draw cable from Freetown, go to McKinney. And as that cable they pass, we they drop line and down to them villages and communities where the cable they pass. So we for now connect over 200 communities to electricity for the first time. Using grants, using public sector money. But in case that not happen, you get institution and like Africa 50 where then they do that and they privately. Then will come and study the project with we and say, okay, we able for build this transmission line, go to McKinney. We'll build and done over a 25-year period. We go run them, and as the electricity they pass, and so will they be paid.
All right.
So we don't look at a lot of options.
All right, Edmond, continue for the between at the studio quickly. Let's just listen with team being going at some parts in Freetown and talk to people about exactly within the happen with electricity so that we'll not save the car on within the people na the street they say. Let's just watch within the people concerned them.
These past weeks with this light issue actually don't affect me a lot because example like we prepare a food stuff now hose for the whole of the week you put in a freezer and you find out so light not the food stuff they put like last week, so a lot of losses be happen to me because of the food stuff where me wife don't prepare and put in a freezer, the lights not the and the style way we then get in this community or the light issue again at this community, they find out say the lights can the all day but then say 4 to 5 the lights the way then take and pass the next day again before they get the lights. And if you look the freezer yourself inside right now the lights not the water not even cold and customer and they come and they ask for cold water they find out say what cold water not there.
Well, as a human being, we will not go be satisfied 100%. To me, your understanding, not to everybody go be satisfied at the same time. People will still grumble, yeah. But the light system now on and off, on and off. Maybe it come in the morning till by 1, 2, then take them. Well, then take them then around 5, 6 to 7 o'clock, then give back. So we then give. Then later or mid the night, then they take them. So now so the system they no more.
It affects me bad because when the people they know before study and the thief money they come, we blackouts can go. We encounter lots of the thieves. We can get light by week. Okay. Weekly. Okay. At times some week can come for morning till the net. Okay. When at the danger side and time lights they go. Okay. Till or 10 in the morning, night lights they come. Okay. See.
This light business, the way don't they affect me, that is not the way good about her. You understand? I just wish them having a certain kind of power. We are in EDSA, by now they've lost billions of millions. If I get small money safe, I the student are caught first, if you chance there. Because then every day then the poor people in house then. Now look, in this year them house born now, all in the name of bad light. They don't get nothing for pay for every day. Why else supposed they can? You meter not correct, You meet at this, take a huge amount of money, go. We will not get nothing for talk because of say we are peaceful citizens. We dey allow all the rubbish things that they happen, and it don't make sense. Then thing that all now they put we country down. Would they blame? Now we they blame government? Yes, we they blame government because now at the head. But now this one, ERSA, the thing and the way they do now, yeah, they do nothing good for right home about, yeah. So like we don't give me this opportunity. I wish someone I will get somebody, someone I will pick me up from elsewhere. Give me certain amount of money, my dump ERSA there.
Well, actually, to start with, me a businessman. I dey do business, and the lights is so useful to me in a way that I always need them. But rather unfortunate, they carry out the lights, they meet we, they're very disgusting. So at least we will ask Papa government for look into that. Let at least then try for fix that for we the people then we will able use the lights according to how for get them. Because like the way how they don't fix the situation for the light now, we expect say if for they happen for we because we go buy with credit, we can put on our meter, we not to that postpaid again, now not prepaid. So at least the lights for the gets and that carry we will not get credits now, no get lights, we can understand. So the surprise for the situation they do with this way, they will not see no improvements. We just they go from bad to worse. So we they ask for at least the improvements we will depend the lights so that we will utilize and the way how we go benefit we as a nation.
All right. Well, from then concerning day from the streets of Freetown, quickly we'll just they take few more message from our viewers. Then they will come to the Honorable Minister for respond. They will go wrap up the show. The first one way I did take it, they come out from Usfred Kamara na Facebook is say, are there plans to change structural system of the energy distribution network, especially in the load shedding distribution system? The previous system has been manually done, which is a cause for electrical damages such as fires and damaging electrical appliances. This can be typically corrected through automated systems that monitor grid conditions and activated load shedding where necessary. Also, are there any specific step up and step down transformer system that control the energy load in cutoff points for customers?
All right, we look at more messages. Now, the YouTube channel, the very first one I go look at, Suleiman Kamara, they say, what are the reasons that EDSA has repeatedly failed to provide sufficient and accessible electricity services for areas like Waterloo, despite the historical neglect and ongoing challenges faced in such communities?
Magdalene Kelfala, they say, Mr. Minister, not all of us understand these technical terms, and frankly, not many Sierra Leoneans care about it. All we need to know is when will we get back to having electricity as we used to have it. We should understand the losses associated with the appalling power supply. Our country has made many people living off the wages they earn on daily basis, and this power supply is causing serious problems on the daily earnings of people. Food in the fridge, the poil, is also not something to make light. Of course, to prepare a single meal right now will require you to spend well over 350 to 400 leons. And honestly, seeing it waste because light nowadays is not good, especially with the way our economy is right now.
Jibril Bangura na the YouTube channel. After all the discussions with the Kappa ship, the country remains in darkness. How will privatizing EDSA truly illuminate Freetown by at least 50% as it was during the APC administration?
Dauda Tawali, they say, we were told that repairing and running both the Kintom and Black Hole Road power stations will be very costly. Can the minister confirm whether these two stations will be cost effective, taking into consideration the fuel cost?
This text line, the person they ask say you keep complaining uh, of inadequate substations, but why do some communities have more than one?
All right. Because of time, we dey come now to the minister, Edmond, for let he go respond to some of our messages there. Mr. Minister, you get the floor.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the messages from the people. In terms of the Waterloo situation, so they work on, well, we get projects ongoing for connect more of the Freetown western area rural. Specifically, we get a project from JICA where first time lights, I think, now river number 2. First time the cable, and now river number 2 it been stopped. Now the JICA project, the Keram go to, I think it don't go to Tombo. The phase 2 for go to Waterloo. And what we want is at where the work not done, forgets the entire Freetown connected in a loop. Over, within the next 12 to 18 months, that Waterloo side go down be connected through that loop there. So the electricity issues with the under go be managed better. So that's number one. Then number 2, somebody may ask about fuel costs versus operations. Yes, the operations of King Tom and Blackwell Road could be cost effective. As I've been mentioned, where you dey buy fuel from somebody else in generator before, or where you dey buy power from somebody when in your own generator they use for generators. Let's say car power strip, for example. Before you talk about the fuel costs, the fuel money, you get for pay and force for renting generator. King Tom and Blackwell Road now we get the generator. So today we dey pay rent for the fact say you get this person generator now plus fuel. Now we just dey pay fuel. We don't pay rent again. So in terms of will it be cost effective, it's more cost effective than the other option that we'll get right now. The only option where King Tom and Blackwell Road it costs less than now Bumuna, without the back and government gets them. And then new solar projects and where I say we they bring by the end of this year without the back and government gets them. So government we always try for fend different options then for bring the cost of generating electricity down. So now make we say okay, we not go there with the rent other person generator, we self get generator when it puts our own. So in terms of cost effectiveness, it definitely get to be more cost effective.
The transformers, we know there is something why some community can get more than one, although not in operation.
Transformer na community not to one self. One not do one. Now where you say community.
The developed community, for example, when I give them 2, they know they get lights. They not ever go put them on. It just did this. Why? Waiting at the reason.
Devil Hole, they as parts of this expansion of the Freetown network. Let's not forget, say Freetown, where the establishment of Freetown now being a much smaller city. We don't expand the city go Devil Hole. Typically, where Ministry of Lands and this not to today business. This is something that has happened over the last 40 to 60 years. Where community then begin open up between Ministry of Lands and Ministry of Lands, we for the plan say okay, we don't come open up Devil Hole. Devil Hole probably it begin open up then 2000, 2005, 2007. You go buy land, side you don't say cable no dey, right? Government responsibility will make sure say okay, we don't notice say this side don't open up. Let we see how cable able for reach on this side now. So then that's government to do now. You then not begin see the cable and they go Devil Hole, then not begin see the transformer, they go Devil Hole. So now this is an issue of the city has expanded. Now government they try for catch up with how the city don't expand. How people don't buy land and how people don't build hosts in different places. And it's the same thing where they do across the peninsula. New communities then they come up where Salon man, we all free for buy land any side and for build any side. Government don't they restrict anybody. So at government at times we can say, oh, maybe I don't go build us over here. You not get cable or you not get transformer. Okay, well, I'll plan how for make finally it begin get that infrastructure, letting self camp and the grid, you know. So that's what's happening with Devil Hole and a few other communities where. So with Devil Hole, for example, then cable and we don't begin seeing the transformers. That's part of a World Bank project where really and honestly it's supposed for done last year December. But through one delay or another, now we dey look at inside match everything for complete and then set for begin get lights. And then after the whole other community get for cancer, we say, hey, we didn't we not get lights. And we begin fend way how to make the lights reach them back.
Finally, Mr. Minister, before you left way, the investigation what they do now for know if really people them at the system, na EDSA the sabotage the system. When exactly the public will hear reform now for the investigation?
Dr. Yumkella been say in due time inside this month, in one organize a press conference where not to either we the talk or deputy one will talk na EDSA talk. Na EDSA goes EDSA chairman and EDSA DG now then go come present waiting and on see in terms of the operations, waiting on see in terms of the service delivery, how people then get lights. So now then self go talk for themselves and waiting and go say it go include the findings where we come up with now.
All right. Thank you very much. You take your time, come and explain to the public exactly the challenges them owner they face now and how on a plan for address some of them challenge there. From time to time, we go dey reach out to the ministry. Any of the leader them at the sector are available. Go bring una come for can explain. It'll be a pleasure for get you this morning.
Likewise. Thank you very much.
All right, well now the end the breakfast show for today on edition. That now be the Deputy Minister of Energy 2, Edmond Nonie. They explain some of the challenges them where the energy sector they get now we make fit on the experience load shedding. Mr. Spears time produced the program, Musa Salkoma and Dennis Kamara. Now the technician them for this episode of the breakfast show. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a blessed day.
All right, until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get a good day and continue for like, share, and tell more people about Liberty Online Television. Get a good day and goodbye.